Hi, I'm Greg Crawford with the Friday News Dump, brought to you by World News Trust. Supreme Court Justice Antonin Scalia is dead. Scalia's callous disregard for common human decency when it conflicted with his rigid view of the law no longer pollutes discourse within the hallowed halls of the nation's highest court, though his influence will echo down those halls for years to come. Unless, of course, President Obama appoints someone who can counterbalance the current rightward tilt of the court. But we are dealing with a Senate suffering from a severe infestation of Tea Partiers for whom the Constitution only exists to support their twisted ideology. When it doesn't, they do their damnedest to interpret it into a grotesquely misshapen version of what they say the Founding Fathers really meant. Such is certainly the case now, as Republicans fabricate absurd precedents for not allowing him to even submit a nominee, like Senator Chuck Grassley's assertion that it's been standard practice over the last 80 years to not confirm Supreme Court nominees during a presidential election year. Pull up your pants, ladies and gentlemen. It's too late to save your shoes. That statement is total bullshit. It is supposedly based on the so-called Thurmond Rule, which isn't a rule at all. It's really nothing more than a pronouncement from an old bigot named Senator Strom Thurmond, who switched his party allegiance from Democrat to Republican when Lyndon Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act of 1964. It's a rule that's not worth the paper it's not printed on. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said that the American people should have a choice, and that this vacancy should not be filled until we have a new president. Both Grassley and McConnell voted to confirm Justice Kennedy in 1988, which was a presidential election year and the last year of Reagan's presidency. And Mitch, the American people whom you so love to invoke when it suits your purposes, did have a choice. And they exercised that choice when they elected Barack Obama to a second term by more than 6 million votes. And he's still the president. Others have said that a lame duck president should not get to appoint a new justice. Okay, firstly, a president is not officially a lame duck until his successor has been elected. And then there's that pesky old Constitution again, which clearly states in Article 2, Section 2, Clause 2, that the President shall nominate and by and with the advice and consent of the Senate shall appoint ambassadors, other public ministers and consuls, judges of the Supreme Court, and all other officers of the United States. No room for interpretation there. No caveats like, except when it's a Democratic president whose skin color mortally offends racist Republicans. And there is no provision for obstructionist dirtbags to thwart the will of the people for their own political gain. Mitch. I am old enough to remember a time when it was possible to have differences of opinion with friends who happened to be Republican. Those days are long gone. The grand old party has been taken over by ignorant fools who want nothing less than to supplant representative democracy with a rigidly authoritarian theocracy, which is nothing more than the Christian equivalent of the Sharia law they all so fear and loathe. These people have demonstrated that they are incapable of governing and must not be allowed to continue their destructive depredations any longer. The future of the nation depends on it.